While anime characters are routinely drawn with totally illogical proportions, things get a little too strange when creators decide to announce the official heights and weights of their characters. Oftentimes, a character's stated size will have seemingly no correlation to their physical mass. In such cases, one has to wonder, what causes all these surprising anime character weights? In some instances, a female character's stated weight won't take into account the fact that human breasts have density and aren't just fleshy balloons. Other times, non-human characters are given totally implausible weights that don't make sense in a real-world context. In many cases, creators seem to have forgotten that muscles add weight to a body. Regardless of the series' reasoning, these character weights are still pretty confusing. 1. L. Lolliot of Death Note photo, Death Note/Madhouse. The Great Detective L is a 5 feet 10 inches adult male, but he only weighs 110 pounds. While he does have a slight build with little body fat, 110 pounds is about the weight of an adult Dalmatian. If L were a real person, he'd be dangerously underweight, yet the character generally looks pretty healthy. If he is underweight, that would explain his cake-based diet. Maybe he's trying to put on a few pounds. 2. Makoto Tachibana. Makoto Tachibana is a high school senior who weighs 161 pounds. This sounds perfectly normal, until one remembers that he's actually 6 feet tall and looks ripped enough to bench press a car. Muscles weigh more than fat. A liter of muscle weighs 2.3 pounds, while a liter of fat weighs 1.98 pounds, so someone as ripped as Makoto should really weigh more than your average high schooler. 3. Tuchura Azumata of Yowamushi Pedal. Tuchura Azumata has biceps so astonishing that they are given their own names, but he somehow weighs only 136 pounds. In real life, there's no way a 5 feet 7 inches dude who weighed that much could look so shredded. To further confuse things, when Azumata is first introduced, his backstory depicts his quest to lose weight after being chubby as a child. In subsequent flashbacks, which focus instead on his childhood friendship with Kuroda, he's inexplicably lean. 4. Death Parade's Decim is a mannequin. 154 pounds might not sound like an unreasonable weight for a 5 feet 9 inches adult male, but Decim isn't your average human. Instead of being made of flesh, Decim is actually a living mannequin. His body is likely made of some type of plastic or wood. For comparison, a 6-foot-tall mannequin found on Amazon is listed as weighing only 25 pounds. Decim doesn't necessarily have to weigh that little, but he probably shouldn't weigh as much as a human who is filled with bones and organs. 5. Gengar. Ghosts are incorporeal beings. While their presence might metaphorically weigh on your soul, they shouldn't have a physical weight. Nevertheless, the ghost Pokemon Gengar weighs in at a confusing 89 pounds, about the size of the average 5th grader. What's even stranger is that Gengar evolves from Haunter, who is slightly larger, but weighs only 0.2 ounces. Apparently, the evolution process involves a lot of gorging on poke beans. 6. Isumi Saginomiya. Isumi Saginomiya is a delicate, soft-spoken girl whose personality is underscored by her small size. In 2015, the average recorded weight for a 14-year-old Japanese girl was 109.1 pounds, but Isumi weighs only 66 pounds. Given that she's a few inches shorter than average, it'd be reasonable for her to weigh a little less, but a 40-pound drop is ridiculous. 7. Goku. Out of everyone in the Dragon Ball universe, pretty much nobody can match Goku's strength. Thanks to a brutal training regimen that involves mastering multiple martial arts in a dimension with increased gravity, his biceps have grown to the size of cantaloupes. Despite how aggressively ripped Goku is, he weighs in at a mere 137 pounds. While his weight is roughly the same as real-life martial arts master Bruce Lee, Goku is substantially more muscular and a few inches taller than Lee, so the comparison doesn't quite make sense. 8. Keiko Shinonome. Despite being a mother of 6, the 5 feet 6 inches Keiko Shinonome somehow weighs a mere 110 pounds. This might be believable, though incredible, if she didn't have such outlandishly huge breasts. Those things could easily weigh 20 pounds each. Keiko doesn't appear in the Aiken Club anime, so you'll have to read the manga to see just how ridiculous her weight truly is. 9. Onyx. Pokemon are notorious for having nonsensical weights, and Onyx provides one of the most ridiculous examples. Onyx is a sentient chain of solid gray boulders, and is about 28 feet in length. Given that the average boulder weighs 150 pounds per cubic foot, Onyx's officially recognized weight of 463 pounds makes no sense. Then again, the existence of a living pile of rocks doesn't exactly make much sense either, so perhaps this isn't one to think too hard on. 10. Danganronpa's Junko Inashima must have hollow bones. Junko Inashima is a fascinating character who experiences bizarre mood swings and has amazing extrasensory powers, but one of the weirdest things about her is actually her weight. Despite her exceptional height of 5 feet 7 inches, 19-year-old Junko only weighs 99 pounds. You'd expect someone with her build to be emaciated, yet Junko has an hourglass figure with large breasts and large hips. Her weight isn't just disconcerting, it's flat out impossible unless she has hollow bones like a bird. 11. The Pokemon Wylord is less dense than air. It can sometimes be hard for humans to conceptualize just how large whales truly are. A whale's average weight varies by species. Beluga whale are relatively small and weigh about 3,000 pounds, whereas the larger blue whale, which is the largest species to ever exist on Earth, can weigh a maximum of around 400,000 pounds. A blue whale's heart alone weighs 400 pounds. Given the gargantuan size of most whales, the idea that Wylord, who is about 14 meters long, half the length of the massive blue whale, could possibly weigh 877 pounds seems absurd. With its incongruous size and weight, Wylord may actually be less dense than air, which means that it would float when submerged in water.